Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we'll be doing something fun, which is ranking all the main riders of Kamen Rider based on their design. Now I'm not doing characters because I haven't seen all of these shows yet, so maybe when I have we can then do the characters, but for now we can at least do the designs. Now first up we have all of the Showa riders, and I don't have too much experience with them or knowledge, so we're probably going to be going pretty quick through them just because I'm more of a Heisei rider type of guy, as most people probably are. And so of course first off we have Ichigo here, and I would say Ichigo, for being the original Kamen Rider, obviously you have to give him some respect, and so because of that I'll put him in B. I think overall his design is not as good as later Kamen Riders, but for the first one it does look good. Has that retro feel to it, so it doesn't really feel ugly. It's not an ugly suit. That's the good thing. It's not an ugly suit. Some of the suits we'll see later on I personally think are really ugly, but for Ichigo being the original and being the basically the start of the rest of them, I think he gets a solid B. Now Nigo is basically the same thing as Ichigo, so I'll just put him behind Ichigo because he's the same thing, but because he's not the original, he's a little behind there. Now we have V3. I think V3 suit is pretty interesting. It's not one of my personal favorites, but I honestly think it's not bad. I'll probably put it together with the B's. Just put it there. Rider Man. Not my favorite design. I don't really like how he has the open mouth there. So honestly, might have to put him at the bottom, unfortunately.
What kind of place is this?
But I think there are just a lot more better designs in Kamen Rider. Now here we have X. I think X is okay, nothing crazy. Not too much of a big fan of his helmet. I think his helmet looks a little weird, so I'm probably gonna put him in C. Amazons, I think Amazons looks okay. The thing about the Showa riders is that I don't really have a lot of connection to them, and they're really much more bug-like than the other Kamen Riders during the Heisei and Reiwa, and not my favorite design motif, so he's probably gonna get a C as well. Stronger I think is cool. Probably would put him, because he is pretty unique with the massive like chest piece there with the S, so I'll put him up with B. Sky Rider, honestly I don't think the brown is really good for him, so he might actually be going next to Rider Man in D. Super 1. The silver looks cool, but I don't know. I think it's kind of boring compared to the other riders that we've seen currently on the list. It's alright. It's okay. I'll probably put it above Amazons in design. And here we have ZX. ZX looks pretty cool. I actually do like ZX's design quite a bit, so I actually put him above Stronger, but below V3, below the original 3. Now, okay, now Black. Black has a really nice design. I think it's probably my favorite Showa rider design and one of the most popular Showa riders. I will put him above Ichigo. I think there he looks good there. Now you can see none of the Showa riders are an S and A just because they're not my personal favorites, but I'll give them the respect that they deserve. And then RX I think is not as good as the original Black, so Black RX will probably go above Stronger. I would say that's pretty good. Now we have Shin. Shin has a really cool monster design, and that makes him really unique compared to the rest of the other Kamen Rider. So I would actually probably put him at the end of B, just because I do like my Kamen Riders to look more mechanical and like actually wear a suit than a monster. But for being really unique, I'll put him at B. Here we have Zeto. Zeto has a really nice design. Probably put him above RX for that. And then J kind of just looks like another version of Zeto. So I'll probably put him on par with that. But I think I like Zeto's suit more. And now we get to the riders that I know a lot more. So obviously Kuga here. Kuga, I think, has a fantastic design. A perfect, kind of like going for the original Showa riders, but still being its own thing. Like this is when Heisei first started, and so it's really leaning more towards the modern style that we all know of Kamen Rider being today. But I really like Kuga's design. I love the red, and overall, just a really good design. I do think his bottom half is a little lacking, but it doesn't make it too much bad or too much worse. If it did have like yeah, I kind of did wish he had something in his lower half, but it doesn't really take away too much from the design. So he, I think, gets an S tier. I really like Kuga's design. Now, Agito. Agito, I think his design is okay. To me, it's just kind of like a worse version of Kuga. And so I'll probably put him. I think the main thing was, I don't know if the gold and silver and black really work for him. And then you have the red eyes. It's just a lot of colors. Hey, editing me here. As I was watching that clip, I realized that the 4 colors I mentioned on Agito are the same 4 colors that Kuga has. So that was worded really badly, but what I meant was that I just don't think Agito's color scheme really worked. And I just don't think it works too well. And so I'll probably put him below black. I think there's fair. Now, Ryuki, I think, is really cool with his like kind of like grid look for his eyes, but he's not one of my favorite designs. I think he's good, but he's not amazing. I like the silver. I like the red. It kind of looks like a knight, but he's just not wowing me with his design. And so for that, I'll probably put him probably at the top of. I actually like black more. I'll probably put him above Agito. I don't know. If there's something I don't like about the placement, I can change it at the end. But for now, we'll leave him there. Fai's suit looks really cool. I really do like his suit, especially when it's at night. The suit really pops. And so I'll probably give him a good A. Yeah, A seems alright. Blade. Now, I'm not too big on Blade. I think for what he is, he's cool, but overall his design just isn't my favorite at all. Probably put him at the top of C at least. I think he fits there. Hibiki, probably one of the more, no, I don't know why I said probably. He's definitely one of the more unique Kamen Riders. Looks definitely more edgy and very unique to the rest of them. Not sure if I like that. I think he's really cool. Just don't know if he really fits being a Kamen Rider, but I think he's all right. He's all right. Very muscular Kamen Rider. Probably put him below Blade. I think I like Blade's suit more than Hibiki's. Kabuto. Okay, Kabuto has such a cool rider suit. Like, this is when you really get to like the modernized bug look, because he just looks fantastic. And obviously, having seen the show, I know he has like the clock up and all that. And overall, the entire show has really cool designs for Kamen Riders, and Kabuto just looks amazing, especially in his like armored form and how he converts that over to Kabuto, or his base form, I guess you can call it, his speed form. I love his suit a lot. Probably will put him top of A, above Fai's. I think above 5s. Because I'm saving S for the best. The peak suits in Kamen Rider. So Den-O, I really like trains. And I think Den-O's design is cool. But he's just not my personal favorite in terms of design. I think the armor looks alright and his head looks fine, but I just don't think it goes amazingly well like some of the other Kamen Riders do. So I'll probably put him... I think I like black more than Den-O, so I'll probably put him there. Yeah, that looks about right. Kiva. Kiva's suit design to me is okay. I don't feel like it's amazing. I think it's cool for like that vampire bat look, but nothing that really wows me. It's just one of the Kamen Riders. So I think I'll put him probably... Honestly, I think I might just put him there. I think I'll put him below Zeto. Because I think I like Zeto's suits more than he does. Sorry to all my Kiva fans out there. Now, Decade. I really like Decade's suit. I love his barcode look on his eyes. And his belt also looks really good. And overall, his design I really like. Haven't seen the show yet, but just based on his design, I really like it a lot. Definitely up there. I would definitely put him in A. Probably above 5s. Probably above 5s. Yeah, that's good. Okay, Double. Alright. Double, as everyone knows, very popular season. You got the two, Shotaro and Philip, in there, and then they make up one Kamen Rider. His design is what I would consider kind of like Kuga's, where it feels retro, but it's a modernization of that. He has the scarf, he has the eyes, he has the V-wing, and overall, fantastic suit. And the belt along with the suit looks really good, and how his thing makes a W. Really, really good design. I probably will put him above Kuga. He's one of the S tiers, one of the greatest suit designs. Very clean, very good looking, and I love how he's like a sleek mechanical suit. I really like that about him. O's. Okay, so O's here. I like his suit. I like the black, and I think for what it was going with the core metals and all that, it's pretty good. But it's just not one of my personal favorite ones. It's not bad. It's definitely not a bad suit. I just think it's not crazy amazing. Now, obviously, it's a very popular season as well. But for me, it's an alright suit. I think for what it goes for, it's pretty good. And so for that, I'll probably put him above Den-O. Looks like there's a block of Heisei Riders right there. Fourze. Okay, so now Fourze is not one of my favorite designs. He kind of looks a little goofy, kind of like a marshmallow. I get they're going for the space theme. It's just, I think there's another Kamen Rider on this list that did white better. And so for that, I'm probably going to put him up there in C. Basically right in the middle of C. I think he's alright. Not amazing, though. Wizard. I really like Wizard's design. I think the wizard motif and also the rings look really cool on him. And I really like his head sculpt. The head sculpt looks really cool. Has that just massive gem. And, I mean, the wizard driver, I don't know if that's what it's called, looks good too with him. And so I'll probably put him... Probably put him at the top of B. I'll say there. Yeah, I really like him. So he's in the upper echelon of designs. Gaim's design is really nice. I do like the orange samurai motif. Just looks overall really nice and clean. Looks like I like the metallic look, the colors on him as well. So honestly, I don't think I like him as much as Wizard or Black. So I'll probably put him there. Still in the upper echelon of Kamen Rider designs, but not too far high up there. Drive. Now I really like Drive's design. I think the car motif is great, and I think they worked really well with that design. I really like the tire across his chest. I will say I do wish the tire was maybe was less protruding out. It really makes it look awkward when he's trying to move around and stuff, or even look to his left side. But I really like it. But fortunately, later on in the show, he has some suits where he has the tire, but it's much less intrusive when he has to do stuff. But I just really like this head sculpt, how it's basically just an engine block with spoilers, his eyes that light up. Overall, really cool design. I really like Drive's design. And I think the silver belt goes really well with it. Probably put him... I think he's going an A. I don't know if I like him more than Kabuto's look. I think I'm gonna put him below Kabuto because I think Kabuto is like a speedster-like Drive, but man, Kabuto is just a really sleek and nice design. Really like Kabuto's design. Ghost. Now, Ghost in the community is not a fan favorite Kamen Rider, but I think design-wise, he looks really cool with the hoodie and his jack-o'-lantern face. Really cool design. Design-wise, Ghost is really cool, and so I'll probably put him in... I don't like it much as Wizard. Probably above Black. There. I think that's good for now. Yeah. X-Aid. Alright, so X-Aid. Me personally, one of my least favorite Kamen Rider designs to date. All right, the pink and the green just doesn't really work well for it. I know a lot of people like it, but man, I think the colors are just too much. Really goofy. Really, obviously, he's more. The show itself is more aimed towards kids, and so he looks really childish. I don't really like his design. I don't like how his hair is there, or his eyes. His eyes is an okay thing. Like I don't hate it, but it doesn't really scream Kamen Rider to me. And his driver, the gamer driver, in my opinion, is probably one of, if not the ugliest drivers in the entire franchise. It's just, I really don't like X8 style. I'm honestly, I think I might have to. I'll at least put him above Sky Rider. Yeah, Sky Rider looks too bug-like for me. He doesn't look that cool. And then X8, he's not one of my favorites. Yeah. Sorry, X8 fans. Build. All right, I love Build. My first Kamen Rider series, and the reason I even started with him was because I thought his suit was the best out of all the riders I saw. The blue and red look fantastic. He's basically like the more updated version of Double, where Double's like two colors and half. His thing is he's asymmetric, but they do it really well. And like on his left side, he has the ear and the tank turret that make kind of like that scarf motif that Kamen Rider has. And his design is just fantastic. I love his design. Very sleek, very nice. The metallic blue and red. Just all the way to the top. S tier, top of S tier. I love his design. My favorite color is blue. And looking at this tier list, we don't actually have a lot of blue Kamen Riders. So Bill he just pops compared to the rest of them. Yeah, there's not I'm looking here. Yeah, not a lot of. I don't think there's any blue Kamen Riders. I think Bill might be the only one that's primarily he still has red in it. There's a lot of red Kamen Riders, but he's like 50-50 blue and red, I would say. But yeah, no, Bill's design super sleek, very cool. Yeah, what can I say? Build is just built different. Yi-Oh here, I really like his design. I think his face being the clock motif looks really cool, and his V wing being the arms of a clock is really nice. The black, the magenta, and the silver I think work really well. And overall, just a really cool design. Similar to Kuga, I feel like his lower half isn't that interesting. Like, it's really plain looking. But I think the upper half really does it justice. And obviously his eyes being, I can't remember. I think it means rider. I think that's what it spells out. That was really cool. And obviously when he henshins and it pops on, it's really nice design. So overall, really cool design. Definitely really like it. Probably put him... I think I like Decade's design more. So there's the two anniversary riders next to each other. Design-wise, they both look great. 01. Now we have the Reiwa era. So now the current era that we're on. 01. I really like 01's design. It's kind of like that same thing where it's like a retro modernization of the retro design. Very bug-like, but also very technological, very computers and all that jazz. Overall, I think it's a very sleek and simple design. Obviously, it glows in the dark too, which is really cool. So, yeah, I think he's definitely worthy of being in the higher echelon of designs here. Probably put him... I think I'll put him below 5s. I think that's fair. I think below 5 is good. Yeah, I think I like 5's design more. Saber. I think Saber's design is alright. I think it's cool for what it is, but I don't know if the silver and red really work that well to me. Yeah, I also don't know if I really like him having like a giant fin on the front of his head. I know it's for the sword motif, but I don't know. He's all right. I feel like I should like his design more, but I just don't. Yeah, I don't know. I think he's okay. I like Wizard and Ghost's design more. I like Black's design more. I like Gaim's more. Yeah, I'll probably put him here, pretty much like in the middle of the list. Like, he's just a average design to me. He's okay. All right, Revice here. So similar to Xaid, they're using the pink. Very goofy looking. I do think he does it better than Xaid, but at the same time, he looks like cotton candy. I'm sure people have already said that about him. Yeah, he's okay. Definitely not one of my favorites, but he's also not one of the worst. I'll probably put him above Hibiki there. Yeah, I think that's fair for me. Geats, okay. Geats is really cool. I really like Geats' design being the white fox and really slick. I love the mechanical armor he has on it. Really, that armor look is just my favorite style of Kamen Rider, and I think that's what really makes it different from something like Super Sentai or Power Rangers. Just like they're wearing actual armor, and it really in the show his thing looked super mechanical, and it was just awesome whenever he transformed into it. So overall, just really cool design. I really like that. Definitely one of the best designs. So I might have to put him up. Is he S worthy? I do really like his design a lot. Yeah, you know what? I don't think he beats Kuga, but he's definitely up there with the S tiers in Kamen Rider suit designs. And here we have Gotchard. And I think Gotchard's design is really cool. I like I said, I'm a big fan of trains, and so I like his design a lot. I like how his chest is literally the firebox of a steam engine. That's really cool. And he's also really unique with his blue. Overall, the design I actually really like a lot. I don't know if it's S tier worthy, but he is cool. I have heard from people who have watched Gotchard, because I haven't yet, that his character is unfortunately not as good as his design. But overall, his design, just from the design alone, is really good. I definitely put him in S tier. Or not S tier. Definitely an A tier. I don't think I like that as much as 01 though. I think 01's really nice. So I'll put him there. And now there's no more images, but the most current Kamen Rider that just came out is Gav. And so I'm just gonna put it here now, even though I don't have a picture of him. I'll talk about where he would fit in here. Gav would probably go. I think his design is he's going more for like the goofy. Obviously, he's about candy, so he's going for the more gummy look, and I think that's okay. Not one of my personal favorite designs. To me, kind of, I don't know why he reminded me of Build. Probably because his belt has the little cranking mechanic, but I just like the eyes and like the overall shape of the face kind of really reminded me of Build. I know people talked about how it reminded them of 0-1, but for me, it just reminded me of Build for some reason. Hopefully that means Sento comes back in a cameo. I would be 100% down for that because Build is my favorite Kamen Rider of all time. But if I were to rank Gav, I would probably put him probably below Ichigo and Nigo. So probably here in B tier. Right? Dead. I think that's pretty much dead in the middle of the list. Yeah, probably there. And so, yeah, there is my Kamen Rider designs list. Not sure if you agree. Actually, you probably would not agree. There's definitely a lot of options here that I'm sure you would have put elsewhere. But for me, let me see if I want to change anything. No, I think that the list for right now looks good. Obviously, if you ask me like 3 years down the line, I might probably change some of this stuff. But I would say the S tier will probably always stay like that unless there's a new one that's really cool. But like those four designs, really love them. A tier I probably wouldn't change in the future. Maybe I might mix them around, but like I think that they're all still A tier suits. B tier, yeah, that looks right. Yeah, C, my more least favorite suits, and then D, yeah, those. Sorry to everyone in D. But hopefully you enjoyed that video. I really enjoyed it. More casual, and I love Kamen Rider, so I love talking about it. But yeah, hopefully you all enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time for whenever I upload next. Bye!